Irondequoit Town Board.
Robert Amos, 199 Pine Grove. We do have all the information we need tonight. I look upon you sitting in front of me to show leadership and stand up for our town. Here's a key component that we all should listen to very closely. This is Mr. Cuomo last night in the debate.
We're doing a lot in upstate New York with wind power, with solar power. We need to do a better job of transmission. We need to get the power from upstate New York, from western New York, low-cost power from Canada down to the metropolitan area of New York City. That's basically a challenge of transmission lines.
Okay, and then here's my lesson from our great environmentalist, Mr. Cuomo.
Rebuttal, and we begin with Mr. Cuomo. Thank you. The Native Americans have a proverb, which if I could paraphrase is, we don't inherit the earth from our parents, we're loaned the earth by our children.
I don't need a lesson from Mr. Cuomo, Mr. Morelli, and Mr. Silver on how to preserve our environment. This is nothing but a $2 billion grab, 30% reimbursed federally. I'm going to give you some information right here. Here is our shoreline, and this is what it would look like to the human eye. I bring my daughter Isabel to the beach and my son Matthew to collect shells. And what makes the Great Lakes great is the open expanse and endless views. Something else that concerns me. Ms. Aldersley insinuated that these would most likely go to western New York. Unless Mr. Silver has conveyed a message to you, I suggest we all look at this large map. Youngstown, Monroe County, Sodus Bay, Pulaski, all the way to Cape Vincent. As a young man, my family is middle class. We had a $1,200 boat with a 50 horsepower Johnson, and we summered at West Upton State Park 3 to 4 weeks of summer. And for us, it was paradise. Mr. Cuomo and Mr. Silver do not vacation in upper New York in our Thousand Islands area. They vacation in the Hamptons, in Nantucket, and in the Caribbean Islands. These people are using our beautiful, pristine natural resources, our national parks, New York State's beautiful waterways, as a dumping ground and a moneymaker for their friends in New York City. As he admitted, here is the map. This is equally disturbing to me. Look at the unbelievable industrial wind center they plan on putting in this area. They will drive all these small towns. They will offer everything they can to get this through because it's a $2 billion project. Make no mistake, this is pure money. Here's the other map showing an even larger view. This is the New York Power Authority's map. I did not make this map. Mr. Cuomo made that statement on the record. Additionally, why do you think State Senator George Mazaraz's FOIL was rejected? Senator Mazaraz, as chairman of the Senate Energy Committee, cannot get an answer. I ask you to vote no, and I ask for a couple additional minutes since you offered the kindness to other people. Can I ask for a few additional minutes since you've offered that to other individuals tonight? Just 2. Thank you. The Rochester embayment area of concern study by the University of Rochester clearly states that when the last 100 years of wastewater, heavy metals, and toxic chemicals come out of the Genesee River by the millions of gallons, they sat and stayed right in our embayment area. I've emailed all of you this. I'm going to leave this for you tonight. Unfortunately, you would think they'd be dissipated and brought around by currents and dispersed throughout the lake. They actually settle right in that area. Additionally, I have the maps for you to look at, and I also would like to draw attention to the fact, as budget's closing in on us, that we have the highest taxes in the nation. That Mr. Cuomo came and said he was going to cap our highest taxes in the nation and raise them 2%. And lastly this evening, I'd like an explanation for this quote. Irondequoit Town Councilman John Perticone, also in the crowd, said he had not heard a lot of people complaining about property taxes in his town. Quote, I think our taxes are fine, end quote. He said adding that residents don't want to lose services. Okay. Thank you and good night.
Thank you.
I'll leave these maps for the clerk, and I'm also going to give you a copy of the embayment study. This is a scientific study, for those of you who say they're not science studies.
There you have it. They plan on using upstate New York as their dumping ground. Something else you might want to watch. This is concerning the Playa Sky to Cape Vincent route.
Just like Pearl Harbor, outside interests want what we have. Glue Island was first. Next is Cape Vincent, then Hammond, then the entire eastern Lake Ontario basin. Your power authority is on the attack. They aren't telling you. Your electricity rates will soar. We cannot afford this. Contribute now. Call them. Stop this invasion.
As I said earlier, upstate New York does not need any of this power. We have 2,500 megawatts out of the Niagara River and 2 nuclear power plants. I say to Mr. Kessler and NYPA, when the Niagara River stops flowing, Western New York will give you a call. Thank you.